I'm a little bit curious if you're like me and feeling like if there's anything that makes me cringe as I go putting out video or talking or doing any of that stuff, it's the idea of like fumbling over my words, messing things up, and doing so in front of everybody. And I don't even know why I necessarily get overly keyed up in that sometimes, because I really try to not to put a whole lot of weight in what other people think anyway. But at the same time, like, I'm human, I get anxious, I get nervous, and I want to get things right. Like, there are surely a lot of things that are deep-seated in my wiring that I've had to sort through over the years, but it's all kind of odd because, like, I've had people that typically tell me that I speak pretty well in front of large groups, that I do at least okay, I guess, on doing videos, and give me a lot of really great and positive feedback. Meanwhile, I'm like, are we seeing the same thing here? Are we hearing the same thing? And that struggle to communicate authentically and being okay with being human is a real struggle indeed. I can't tell you how many times over I have been in my own way with moving things forward in my business and in ministry or whatever it might be, like in just communications in general, because I just had hundreds, if not thousands of hours of footage that I just never posted because it wasn't good enough, because I didn't articulate something perfectly, because I stuttered in the middle of it, and oh shoot, now we got to push stop and start over and go from the beginning, or chop that out, and like all this junk. But I think there's so much to be said about coming back to a place of being willing to be human. We're in a time where there is so much like AI and fake stuff out there that people are desperately craving that. People desperately want you to be human. Like, be professional, sure, show up polished. We want to look good. We want to be, put our best foot forward, but also be okay with being the real deal. I'm telling you, I have found that the more that I've slipped into that, to where I've allowed myself to speak more succinctly to people from a place of just reality, saying, you know what, I mess stuff up and I do stupid stuff all the darn time. Like, you should have seen what I did this morning, like stuff like that. It's okay to be human. Like, we're all in process. We're all in the journey. And I think, you being willing to be that, to be human and to show up, giving your best effort, but showing up as the real deal you, that's going to give other people around you permission to show up as the real deal them. And it's going to tear down, I'm telling you, it's going to tear down so many walls that's not only holding you back, but also the people around you back, where you're essentially giving them permission to say, you know what, it's all, like, we make mistakes. And I think in business, this is a big thing that a lot of us need to learn. And that is that we all make mistakes. This fallacy that these people over here that look like they're freaking crushing it got there by just doing all the right things, it's not true, right? And it sets a very unrealistic expectation that a lot of times dampens our spirits, causes discouragement, and holds us back from realizing the fullest potential of all we could become. There are so many things that we learn when we allow ourselves the room to make whatever mistakes we're going to make, like have excellence, right? We're not just saying screw it and being flippant about it and saying, I don't care if I botch stuff up, but saying, like, you're not going to get everything right. You're going to have this great idea for your business and all the ways that it's going to run and all the things that you're going to do with it. And you might be a whole lot of right on a whole lot of things, but your chances are pretty darn good you're not going to be batting 100, and that's okay. You don't need to withdraw. You don't need to, try to go into hiding or whop yourself with some mallet, like, for getting things wrong. Like, it's okay to be human. It's okay for it to not be perfect. It's much better for you to continue on that journey where you're putting yourself out there, you're putting your amazing gifts, talents, your business out there, the products and services that you offer, connecting with people, and letting that be the test where you learn how to improve over time. I'm not saying coming in as a complete amateur, saying you're an electrician and, you're purporting to be a professional, and then, like, this is just your first house and you're hoping that you get it right. I'm saying, like, understand where your gifts lie, understand where you are a professional, understand that you have already achieved likely a whole lot of things in your field, but the fact that you can come to it being willing to learn speaks volumes. Being willing to come to it and being real with the fact that you are growing in it. When you look at, there's a guy that I know that teaches martial arts that he's amazing, Walt Lysick, and he says, I wake up every day and say, I am a white belt. And that man is a multiple time black belt in many different arts. He is freaking fierce and would run through anybody that would try to hurt, like a woman or a child or anybody around him. He is just such an awesome soul and a fierce martial artist. But he says he wakes up every day and says, I am a white belt. And by that, he's saying that I'm embracing the posture that I'm still learning. I'm embracing my efforts and approaching those efforts as one who is still learning and still wanting to strive for a level of excellence. Strive for excellence, but never believe you've achieved it, right? Strive for the excellence, never believe you've achieved it, but ever work towards it. That right there, where you're saying, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the end all be all, but I'm saying I certainly vow that I'm going to continue to do my best, bring my best, learn my best, and give that best back to the people that I work with. So I don't know if this helps anybody. I don't know if this is for you or not. This is me being real deal, where I cannot tell you how many times I have started this video over. I've had software errors and all kinds of stuff that have like blips and blops and whatever you want to name it that have kept me from getting the content out that I'm like, I got all my notes and this needs to go out into the world. But maybe this is just my warm-up round before I get to recording those other things. Make sure you hit the subscribe button over on my YouTube channel if you will. I certainly appreciate you guys following along, because when I tell you that I'm looking to really just break out and release a whole lot of stuff that's going to help a whole lot of businesses, I mean that genuinely. Like, you put like one of those things into practice and you should see an incredible return. So go over to my YouTube channel, The Brand Revivalist, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share the message with whoever it is that you think of, whoever comes to mind that would be blessed by it too. And I certainly appreciate you guys and all your support. Wishing you the best in your business and all your endeavors, and look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care. Bye.